Ah, Christmas, that magical time of year when everyone gathers around a good meal, exchanges gifts and slap on a log to make it sweets. Yes, you heard me right. Christmas traditions around the world can sometimes be as strange as they are unexpected. Today, I'm taking you on a tour of some of the most surprising Christmas celebrations, with hilarious customs, improbable rituals and a touch of magic. Hold on to your hats, it might just break your cliches about Christmas. Before we get started, a word of warning for the faint of stomach. One of the upcoming facts may be a little hard to digest. If you're sensitive, don't worry, I'll let you know when to move on to the next one. For the rest of you, get ready, it's going to be memorable. Once upon a time, in the Ukraine, there was a very poor widow who lived alone with her young son in an old house. Christmas was approaching, but they couldn't afford a single present, let alone a Christmas tree. Yet, just a few days before the holidays, a small miracle occurred. A tree branch fell right next to their house, looking suspiciously like a miniature Christmas tree. The young boy, overjoyed, began to imagine how they could decorate it. Alas, the widow had nothing to embellish the modest tree, so on Christmas Eve they went to bed, a little disappointed, leaving the little tree bare. But what they didn't know was that during the night, the spiders that lived in the house had taken pity on them. When they woke up on Christmas morning, mother and son discovered the tree covered in delicate spider webs, which sparkled like silver in the daylight. Since that day, fake cobwebs have been hung on Christmas trees in the Ukraine. They've become a symbol of good luck and prosperity for the festive season. Charming, no? A reminder that sometimes, even in the humblest simplicity, there's magic to be found. Let's move on to a rather surprising aspect of Christmas, in Japan. Unlike in the West, Christmas is not a deeply rooted holiday in Japanese culture. In fact, with barely 1% Christianity in the country, Christmas is not a religious celebration for most Japanese. But in 1974, all that changed with an advertising campaign that hit the nail on the head. KFC struck hard with a stroke of marketing genius. The idea that, for Christmas, there's nothing better than a good meal of fried chicken. Since then, it's become an unmissable tradition. The Japanese get together as a family or couple to share a feast of KFC. So popular, in fact, that you often have to reserve your menu in advance to be sure of getting some. No nativity scene, no shepherd's star. In Japan, Christmas is all about enjoying fried chicken in good company. And unsurprisingly, the Japanese favorite menu for this special evening is this one. Well, as I warned you at the beginning of the video, those with sensitive stomachs can skip ahead to the next fact, because this time we're going to talk about cooking, but you'll have to hang on. Let's head for Greenland, where the Inuit celebrate Christmas with their very own specialty, kiviak. Kiviak is a dish that can be prepared as early as summer. How does it work? Hundreds of small birds, called mergulas, are captured and placed directly into a sealskin. Yes, with feathers and all. Then we sew the skin back on, brush it with oil, bury it under a pile of stones to press it down, and leave it to ferment for 6 months. When Christmas arrives, we take out this precious seal skin and pluck the birds one by one. Once plucked, all that's left to do is enjoy the meat as is. Yes, raw, no need for an oven. Bon appetit, or not. This rather unusual tradition takes us to Catalonia, but it can also be found in other Spanish regions such as Aragon, and even in the Pyrenees Orientales in France. We're talking about the Tio de Nadal, a wooden log with a big smile on its face, set on 2 little legs and partially covered with a blanket. A few days before Christmas, at sunset, all sorts of treats are placed in front of him so that he can eat during the night. Yes, we're fattening him up, and not for nothing. We expect something in return. On Christmas Day, the tradition is to tap Nadal's Tio with a stick while singing. And if you're wondering what we're singing, hang on, here are the lyrics. Poop, log, hazelnuts and cheese, if you don't right, I'll poke you with a stick. Poop, log. After all that singing and hitting the log, the blanket is lifted, and, with a bit of luck, Nadal's Tio will have a lot of presents. For this unusual fact, we're staying in Catalonia. Yes, in Catalonia, they seem to have a funny relationship with the fecal theme. This is a Santan, a small figurine used in Christmas cribs. Traditional Santons represent the three wise men, shepherds or anonymous everyday characters. There are even Santons featuring celebrities. But one Catalan Santon is truly unique, the caganer. And yes, it's a character defecating. The origins of this tradition are a little hazy, but one thing's for sure, the caganer is a must-have in Catalan cribs. They come in all shapes and sizes, from devils to public figures. There are even specialized websites where you can buy a personalized caganer. And to add a little fun, in large cribs with lots of Santons, tradition dictates that you have fun looking for him, a bit like a treasure hunt. And that's it, we've come to the end of this world tour of the strangest Christmas traditions. Whether it's magical logs, unexpected meals or characters straight out of a slightly bizarre tale, these customs remind us that every culture celebrates Christmas in its own way, sometimes funny, sometimes touching, but always unique. If this video has made you smile or taught you something new, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe and share your favorite traditions in the comments, whether they're classic or just plain crazy. See you soon for another dose of curiosity. Until then, have a wonderful holiday season, and above all, stay curious.